Hello everyone, and welcome back.
What is
to
it?
Eternity. Last video we went over the Temple of Isis, and now we're gonna go to Cadnoir. We could work our way towards Defiance Bay, but we should probably deal with Cadnoir. Rather told, we can deal with later. Deal with villages later. This very much later. Up here is the White Marsh. Much later. But yeah. To Cadnoir. One day. There's not really random encounters in this. You just sort of go to places. You don't really get stopped. Well, for as much as I remember. Don't remember random encounters anyway. But yeah, Cadnoir is probably...
As you wish.
It's... important. Nice gun. You have a portrait, you must be important. Just off the side of the path of the Cadnoir stands a posing figure. A tall, thick-set Amora, clad in worn armor peering up at the outer walls of the keep. In his hands, a small piece of charcoal, which figures there taking notes upon a smaller scrap of paper. Only once he reaches out to prevent his colorful cap from falling off his head as he gazes upwards. Well, that motive brickwork must be fascinating. Mother told you, blink in surprise, his face with its own wide and very stupid grin. Waves the portrait in grief.
It is. Well, not the wall itself, perhaps. The construction is very traditional.
Is that you,
There are
Barrick?
names scratched upon some of the bricks. Just there. Workers and masons, I expect. Carving a little immortality for themselves.
Sounds like Barrick.
It's a
don't it?
fine keep, Cadnoir. 2 centuries to its name, and abandoned for nearly as long. But the truly interesting part is in there, and I haven't had much luck in reaching the keep itself. I hoped to find the master of this place, a man by the name of Merwald, but it seems that he either holds his privacy most dear, or else has been devoured by his house guests.
Well, I can't be looking for it as well.
Oh, truly? Then perhaps we can help one another. The grounds are infested with all manner of beasts. I've never seen the like. I didn't want to risk it alone, but you seem capable. Together, I'm sure we could manage it. And then we can both ask our questions of Merwald. I seek a great treasure, you see. Not gold or silver, but the Tanvi Oratoa. You might call it the Book of Virtues. It's a sacred text of the Rauatai, but we possess only a fragment of it. A year I've journeyed in search of the rest, and I uncovered evidence that leads me to believe the original lies just there, beneath the keep.
Yeah, well, I can't help you. I have too many people from my party.
Oh, I see. I understand. Well, I'll keep trying. Perhaps we'll meet again, and have different stories to tell. I wish you luck on your own journey.
Yeah, because the thing is, I have a full party. I can't really, I'm not really going to change out people, because, yeah. I forgot this was... Oh yeah, there's that stuff out here. I forgot most of the stuff is out here. One share cast stairs from outside the veil and dump that about dirt. By the way, we must go into the courtyard. Yeah, he's just gonna stay out here for a while. Admire things.
Old and dry with cobwebs in every crack. Old.
Hey, guys, podcast. Please don't attack at her, everyone. I would very much like if you didn't attack her. Don't attack at her. That was bad to her senses. But look at all these ruined buildings. Isn't that unfortunate that there's all these ruined buildings? Only weeds grow in this dusty patch. The hedges grow in shaggy heaps. Shot through with grass and tall, with weeds and tall grasses.
Yes. No prisoners!
By the way, take 300 damage. Cast Confuse Affliction 15 times. Or chance to cast Confuse when hit or critically hit. So now we have to cast the Confuse Affliction 15 times with that. So when he gets hit, he may cause Confuse. 10% chance, cause Confuse. Has to cause Confuse 15 times. So 10% chance, yeah, that's going to take a while.
Well?
But hey, he gets hit all the time. So yeah. Okay, stop looking at that. There's a keep. Oh no, that might be not the keep. That might be the... Thanks for having no icons in the map game. Oh, so yeah, that was just... Don't those swords look like fingers? Just saying. Those sort of look like fingers, now
What is it?
Wait, why don't you... Why are you not... Trapdoor has been battered by the Yenward. Carry on the rest of the only produces a heavy rattling. Flame?
Nothing I can...
Ooh, 0 damage. Cute. Apparently all weapons are 15 damage does nothing against them. No, they're already dead. I'm primer fires though.
Well?
But I don't like the whole dealing 0. So yeah, I thought this was the keep entrance over here.
Leave our village! We've done— You can't do this!
Special smoke churns all around you. First you can see nothing except the haze. But you make out the wizened hunt shape of an old elven man. His face and bones and arms are smeared with paint.
This is our village! Our home! The Nine Claws have lived here almost 50 generations. We were here long before your kind brought war to our lands. You can't just burn it all! Have mercy, soldier! Our warriors have all gone! You can't burn us all because of them!
Joseph, you know to say something about that much. Forrester's knees choking on the thickening smoke. Flames overtake the fissure as you back away. Okay. So, do we want to go in this way? Or do we want to go in that one? Then we want to go into the main door. Because reasons. Welcome to Courtyard.
Do you think he'd be mad if we sat in his chair? I mean, he doesn't have to know.
By the way, Wardens of Yenward. Just here's a unique one-handed sword, just setting hell in this face. So it's a sword. -3 will though, 5 accuracy against spirits, damage against spirits. Plus 2 constitution. Yeah, the thing is, despite all those things, slaying spirits, constitution. Besides, I can make things fine now. Ooh. I could make things fine. I has the money, but I'll sit on it. It's not a bad sword. It's one of those swords that you would do, you'd put on like another, you know, weapon slot. We had more weapon slots, which we don't really have. I mean, we could potentially get more if I wanted to waste the town thing on to unlock such. Like, it could be useful for, like, say, Adder. So I could do more damage against spirits, which we've been fighting a lot of spirits. We've been fighting a lot of spirits, like Alof, Shadow Touch. Delaying the Shadow Touch.
Curses!
Well, you'll definitely take a bit more damage than I would like you to.
Blast!
Hold your ground!
Aren't you supposed to be using that?
Hold your ground!
Use that.
What is
She used lay on hands.
it?
Nice. Nice. They're taking more damage than I would have liked. So
Of course.
Oh. As you come to the end of the Great Hall, you perceive an inviting warmth radiating from a grand throne wrought with marble. It's a masterful artistry out of place amidst the castle's more practical stonework. Veil-faced woman is curled above the throne's back and watching over the room with hollow eyes. As you approach, you feel the warmth fluctuate, as though stirring a voice rings out from the carving, pre-animating the fortress through stone and nail.
Another watcher in Cadnua, glowing very brightly indeed to these eyes. What strange happenstance.
I am Marwood.
As am I. If you should happen to find him, I would be glad to know of it. Each day his absence brings new dust to my halls, new cracks to my stones. It's shameful is what it is. The Earl would never have let it come to this. You are free to search for him here. I will unbar the way.
You said these were your halls?
Not as a land is its lord's, more as a child is its mother's. This castle was my design, you see. The Earl appointed me to do it. I was getting on in years. I knew it would be my only chance to build something magnificent.
I see.
When it was built, I couldn't bring myself to part from it, to go back to my lonely home. I begged the Earl to let me stay, to take care of it. It was all I wanted, and he granted it. Years later, when Bereth's usher finally came calling, I begged the Earl to find a way to let me remain, and so he did.
I see.
Imprisoned? At times it feels that way, I suppose. But it's more that I reside here. The throne was brought up from the ruins. One of the first things they found. As a last favor to a dying woman, the Earl arranged for me to be moved into it. Audra is an accommodating vessel for a soul.
I see.
Oh, it's not as confining as it seems. I can feel the whole keep from here, and all things that are tied to it. There's something about this throne and its construction. Or maybe it's something about this place.
So, what were you speaking of?
The Earl of Yenward. The original, in fact, when Deerwood was a colony. He found this site, the only ruin Ere Glanfarth refused to defend, and he believed its wealth would be great. The keep was his way of defending his family's claim, and that claim became his obsession. He had to know what lay beneath. He devoted his life to excavating the ruins below the keep. They had been sealed with rock and soil. Deliberately, it would seem. Years passed, and with them the Earl. He dug his entire life and never found what he sought. his obsession became his sons and his sons' sons. And one day, that young Earl broke through.
And what did he find?
An endless maze, incomprehensible in its construction. But he would never come to learn more than that. Vile things had taken residence there, vile and dangerous. They poured up through the keep and slew its residents, the Earl among them.
Well, there you go.
After that, the keep remained abandoned, unused, wasted. Mayor Wall's mastery of this place was the first hope I'd had in 200 years. How I've longed to see it as it once was. I can only guess why all this has happened. I fear I've wronged the gods putting this place here, and they've doomed me to watch it wear away into dust. To witness my own folly.
Tell me more about Meyerwald.
He was a great man. He came here one day, young with long hair and polished armor, and he banished the dark things that had come to lurk in this place after centuries of neglect. He could see the beauty of this place, the way it had been, so he claimed it for his own when no one else would take it. We worked together to restore it. But he began to grow distant some time ago. He never told me why. He retreated deeper and deeper into the keep, never leaving, sending servants for food, hiding himself from my sight. The restoration stopped. Now, to look at the place, you'd never know the progress we'd made. In most places, it's worse than it ever was. And all I can do is watch it crumble around me.
Oof.
I can feel his presence faintly somewhere deeper inside the keep. But he uses his gifts to confound me, and my senses are dulled while he does so. I only wish I could know his mind. Take care in your search. Many dangers lie in wait here.
It's always only a find, though. Also, remember the rule.
I'm here.
Nothing in here should be trapped, but you know. Oh, that's just the treasure. Don't worry about the treasure.
What is it?
We'll come back to the treasure. Alright, can we go up there? We can't go up there. Let's see, which door was it? I believe it's this door. Hi.
Been out playing soldier again, have we? Go wash up and come help me shuck these peas.
Well, that's just random shit, isn't it? As you draw near with the apparition in front of you, you saw an elf woman. String your hair was tied back, and then she turns her loose through her apron. There's a distant hollow look in her eyes, and she notices you. She turns from you long enough to produce a basket at that, like her shimmering, and suddenly turns around. And no complaints. You've got to eat your vegetables, but you want to grow up strong and be a real soldier one day. Just that way, great, right? What are you talking about?
Soldiers are important people. They defend the weak and punish the wicked. You're too young to understand now, but there are lots of wicked people. People like the man who murdered your father.
Okay.
Before you were born, the Glanfathans attacked settlers like us. They said we'd knocked over some of their special Adra rocks. That's why they call it the Broken Stone War. They got very angry, and so they came into our villages and killed many people. Your father was one of them.
See.
That's why you'll be a soldier one day. To protect and to avenge. Why don't you go back out and play? I'll finish up here.
I have no idea what this even is about. Just by the way, random lore. How does this pertain to our situation? So, looks like a bunch of beds, and yeah. I mean,
And what does the flame
I
reveal?
don't think there's really anything here. Yeah, I think it's pretty just empty right now. I think our main goal is to head down. But I want to, you know, give the place a once over before we head down. And I forget what's over hill. Ooh, library with more shadows. Fun time.
Quietly now.
So yeah, I don't think there's anything actually here besides shadows right now. So I'm sure if the driver was overcoming on board, so we call new drunges. What a place of the present day defines Bay. Tourists are taking residence in the shelves. So what's that other building we could technically go check? Maybe I should go do that before we head down. Cause you know, down. Let's go check it. Herp, herp, herp. Poke. So what's inside this building? Probably more shadows. Probably should equip that sword because, you know, I mean this here is bright hollow. I should equip that sword on Andrew so he could have done more damage against spirits. Because we're fighting spirits, you know. All the spirits. I was find the remains of a broken island, but I could craft more to science stuff. Alchemy stuff. Yeah, everything's sort of in a poor state.
Not a sound.
Resistance. Pale.
Not a sound.
So, surrounds the grain and spoiled fruit pre-made there. Dust rusted utensils cover the countertop. And those stairs are just broken. Rats get among the broken stairs. Unless I can't even inspect this. Yeah, just nothing to really look at there. Just everything's broken. It's basically, hey, you can't really do anything here. But if it's there, it's bright hollow now. Anyway, back into Cadnora. Cause it's time to go down. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's probably gonna be a few videos before I actually get started on the rest of what's downhill. Cause welcome to the dungeon. Dungeons, I should say. Oh my god. Well, this is horrible, and I hate everything about where's fire?
I'm here. I shall deal with it.
Endurance.
Yes?
What is it?
Well, that was a lot of them right at first. Wasn't very prepared for that.
I'm here.
You need to get to work with your sneaky snake. Yeah, so... Then this paths called Noir.
Well?
That was, if I remember right, 15 to 20 levels. Yes. 15 to 20 levels.
I'm here.
New orders, Lieutenant. Ready your squad.
Hi,
Yes.
Spirit. What you doing? Specimen rated armor and officer's cloak starts a single sheet of paper. Straight through into the Duco and added an incidents on the breastplate. Seems to read over the page several times before looking at when he does his expressions unreadable.
There's been a change of plans. Take your squad and march south all the way to the bow in the river. Bring a wagon team and a dozen barrels of pitch.
But tell me about the orders.
The instructions come from Admeth Hadred himself, which means they might as well have come from the Duke. We're to burn those hut dwellers out. Set fire to the deerwood so they've nowhere to retreat. Cut them down when they come out. Or let them blaze if they won't. It'll make this even shorter than the Broken Stone War, all right. And we can only hope it'll discourage future conflicts. I know this is personal for you. It is for many of us. But understand, we're doing this to end this war, not to continue the last one. Remember that we're flushing out the enemy, not burning villages for sport. Bareth will have his work cut out for him tonight.
So yeah, also note that the dungeons is just dungeons. It's for holding potential prisoners and stuff. Cause that's a thing. But now we enter the actual. Now we enter the actual endless paths. Welcome to the first level of the endless paths of Old North, level 1. There's like 15 levels. Yeah. Oh, for
We'll take those farmers. Almost time. Di and Heather scouted the village last night. They're rounding up the rest of the party now.
What party?
Don't worry. Everyone remembers the raid was your idea. The Rio had to go along with it after you'd gotten the rest of the clan riled up. No one wants it said that the Nine Claws were too cowardly to stand with the rest of the tribe when the foreigners desecrated our ruins.
Well, you may not like them, but they're still elders for now. They was clever trying to support the community first, but by the time you approached the round, they had no choice but to support us. There's no doubt you'll join the ranks one day, so long as no form is fit for a fair tonight.
The tribes need more leaders like you. Women who value deeds over words. You were right. We were too soft when the foreigners first came, and now they humiliate us. We'll be soft no more, and the invaders will learn to leave us alone once and for all.
Yeah, it's doing that type of storytelling where basically you have no idea what the hell is going on. There's just stuff popping up and telling you shit. It's like, okay, what does this have to do with anything? Well, you see, we're just going to throw lore at you and hope that you understand it. But there's no real context, just here's lore. Okay. No context of how that pertains to what we're doing at the moment or anything. Four, eh? You can hit.
I'm here. I suppose it can't be helped. Hope that helps.
What? What? Hi?
No.
Keep away from us! Leave us!
Apparently we bypassed the entire dungeon. We found the guy. Instead of, finding the key and going through the entire floor. Anyway, Lord, there was spotted man, barrel-chested and paunchy, cowers in the far corner of the room. His white hair tangled with stringy mass. He covers his face and chest with trembling hands, and I'm ready to look in your direction.
Maybe we should come back later?
You mild red? Looked over his hand. Most of his eyes twitching and he begins whispering to himself in short pisses as though having an argument. All at once he stopped shaking, a sudden calmness falling over him. His head tilted forward slightly, and he looked you dead in the eye, like a cornered animal about to pounce. His voice turned suddenly raspy.
Mayor Wald isn't here, and he isn't fooled. He has sent for no callers. Be gone, deceiving spirit!
Well, here's the thing. Diplomatic. There's something wrong with Randy Merwood's help.
Mayor Wald will speak with you, but you will maintain your distance, or you'll have me to answer to.
I see.
Come to speak to Mayor Wald? Mayor Wald, whose touch is poison? Mayor Wald, who knows not his effect?
Yeah, well, I was told I'm a watcher and that you could tell me more about
A
it.
window to the ether, where spirits dwell. Peer and reach into it, speak and listen through it. A watcher sees souls, reads them, knows their pasts, souls of the living, souls of the dead, an empath, and the souls see them back. Used it to help beings in both realms, did I. What the gods wanted of me, thought I.
You read a bit too slow.
The gods put me in the world for vengeance, and I obliged. It was the gods' wishes that we protect those lands. My way was the only way to remove the foreigners. Little I knew.
Seems you seem to have lost your mind.
Lost? No. Found more of it. Too much. Too much to bear. An awakening.
How could a simple awakening have driven you to this? You remember your past lives.
Something reminds. Memories stirred. Memories before birth. Other bodies. Other times.
Yeah, because here's the thing. Remember the whole thing that basically there's all these souls, right? They basically people die, the soul gets tossed into like a new body, supposedly. But then we have this whole hollow born thing where basically there's a bunch of children being born and those souls aren't getting put into those bodies. Souls are just sort of not really there. It's a bit unfortunate because there's a bunch of souls just somewhere that aren't being put into the bodies. Because it's supposed to be basically souls circle around, get put into bodies, people die, follows a cycle. Thing is, people like him, watchers, we can see souls. We have like that sixth sense. We see dead people, basically. And live people. We see souls, basically. Problem though is he sees his soul and all the lives it's gone through. And that's drove him insane. We have that effect going on with us too. But we're not exactly that batshit crazy yet.
Memory, personality, identity, any might resurface. Or all.
I seem to have a conversation with them right now.
Ghosts of the mind. Mayor Wald has lost control. Mayor Wald's body no more.
Well, the spirits I passed, what are they?
Spirits, and not spirits. Always whispering to Mayor Wald, reminding him of his mistakes. No sleep. Watchers see memories before them, form them from the essence of their own souls. Once Mayorwald awakened, he could not make them leave.
To the
Gave them more troubled memories, angry memories, pulling Mayorwald back, reminding him his mistakes. Marauder and soldier, soldier and marauder, how could they know?
So why do these past lives still trouble?
My fault. All my fault. Soldier and marauder, soldier and marauder and Mayorwald. No forgiveness for what's past. No undoing what's done. No sleep. No sleep for the Watcher.
Basically, previous life that was a soldier, and previous life that was a marauder, which were at conflict with each other. And yeah, now though, so there was Melwyn, and then there was the soldier who's fighting against the marauder, and the marauder who's fighting against the soldier, all inside of him.
War there was all around. War of stone, war of tree. Death we brought to the settler men. We, the 9 claws. Claws of 9. Worse what we did to the women. For love of the gods. The gods' love.
Yeah, I met one of the
for their love.
Somewhere else in place and time.
Hold her down. Head her. Give this addy a bitch an air that belongs in Air Glodfath.
Okay, Obsidian, we don't need to get into that. You're gonna get me content flagged. So was marked by flame, and those marks were never healed. Char's broken him. Better than to live in weakness. Jesus, game. Yeah, let's not. Anyway, I've seen these operations of these Dev trials since I've become.
Oh, no. No, no, no. You too. You too.
All once inspired the absence of military inspiration changed one about more sympathy. Poor man, poor man.
They will take you too.
Lovely. Told ya, a watch is not to be trusted. Watch to be respected. One might have her seeing what's not meant for mortal eyes, if not madness. Just as though a journey to go may be a short one. Saying I'll end up like you.
So fragile, the Watcher's mind. So real, his memories. Once awakened, how can he sleep?
Well, if I'm awakened to a past life, how would that happen?
You were reminded of it. Strong memories, lingering lives, they dwell near the surface, waiting to be remembered, waiting to take your mind for their own.
I see.
Mayorwald sat at his hearth and watched his fire, watched the wood burn. Then came the memory of another fire and burning wood and screams.
Well, there must be some way to make these memories go
No.
away.
Always there, always remembered. Can't forget, can't unsee.
It's interesting how someone cards says there were masks spoke of books and keys and a queen. This man, though, he seemed familiar to me.
Keys of lead, books of burden, queens that were. Known to me are they, the leaden key.
Well, what can you tell me about this leaden key?
Secrets, secrets, and deceptions, and schemes. Who knows their answers? Not they. Not they. Crossed them before. Hatred of Watchers, hatred and fear. Much
Who is this
we
queen
see.
they pray to?
Woodica, goddess, crown shattered and body
Well, there we go.
burned. Binder
Cult to
of
Woodica.
oaths and grudge holder. Bearer of justice. But whose?
Do you know where I might find the Latin Key?
City of Defiance. Never far from the Queen.
Ah. So basically, like a Wodicus temple inside the city of Defiance Bay. Could they undo it?
Many secrets do they keep. Unawakened? Mayhap. Who else if not they?
Well, I need to go so I can search for this man from the Latin Key.
Sleep well. Sleep well. Hold! I know your will die. Your actions were seen. You would sooner betray us to the Adia land thieves than take orders from me.
I should do a lot of things to take orders from a lunatic.
Your betrayal is for nothing. Your warnings are lost on these foreigners, and their blood will be Gallowayne's tribute this night. I have asked the elders for the honor of claiming your head as my first trophy, and they have granted it. Beg for the Seeker God to grant you a quick death.
Well, apparently he's decided he wants to murder me. Well, that's unfortunate. I very much would not like to be murdered, They've changed the name of the keep. What was thick and suffocating appears to you somehow more brief as though you into a conquering invader. Mower's body lies inert, you can feel his soul linger though uncertain. Something unique about this soul in this place, a bond formed in decades of inhabitants and lordship that feels somehow palpable to you. As though even if the keep knows its former master, the former master remembers his keep. Boss is granted speaker to the restless. Inside, the bond seems to you as a frayed rope. Ghost in life, it's frayed ends arriving like tide-pull and numbers, and you find that if you concentrate, you have the ability to manipulate strands. So we could bind him as an eternal warden, or we could sever the rope, or we could siphon the knowledge from the connection. I forget what this does, but I'm going to slurp him. Jump open into the rope towards you, bringing them into a contact with your essence as you do. Fires turn to copper, and throw them, and energies conduct into your being. You are traveling downward now. Beneath the place you stand, seem places dank and cobwebbed and malignant. Like some untented garden overgrown with flora and overrun with fern. Below everything at the very bottom, you glimpse for an instant some being you can't quite make out, presiding over all burnt and terrifying power. One image remains in perception, a circular room with a stone table that resembles the sun. And every clarified seats of form that move of their own volition is deep, not far from the very bottom, though the door in the room invisible all but the most fetish of eyes, beyond something shimmering, something powerful. Yeah, by the way, you can get down though, you just can't get through that door. Until later in the game. You can get all the way down though, but yeah, you'll get stuck at that door. As the image fades, you find yourself a cat nowhere much more. Mars is nowhere to be seen. So yeah, we slurped him. Because that's the thing we can do now. We can just slurp souls. By the way, speak with the steward in Cadnor. What does he have in his book? Such a tattered fails. Sure. Also fireball. Yes. And what's that? Bow against helmets? Man, I could spend time learning those, but I could also just say, hey. Could switch him out for that. By the way, let's see. I could also just go over here to his book. I'd be like, hey, here's fireball. Oh yeah, I can't kill up multiple, just because yeah, it's not like, you know, Baldur's Gate where I need to go, you know, I need to kill up multiple fireballs into a book. It's just how many casts you have of that, which... Does he even have enough casts?
How may I help?
No, he can't really use that anyway. He might know how to cast that. He just can't cast it. Like for example, this one. we could kill up, you know, like ray of fire to this one. Like that. Because now he has 2 books. Could give him that book. And give like this one more things too, but yeah. We go, so I can't remember if we can sell grimoires.
Yes.
By the way,
I suppose it can't be helped. Hope that helps.
fan club. Sure, why not just toss it now?
Of course.
What about lights on the table? It's pages filled with nonsense or scrawls.
Yes? Not sure how I feel about this. Hope that helps.
Ooh, money.
Well?
Basically now the game wants you to head back up. Which isn't a bad
Cannot wait that older set? I don't want to discuss it.
So here's the thing though. Remember? No, journal. Being editors paid my well. Yeah, about that though. Editor,
Hey.
do you want to talk? Well, I guess you guys watch is better than talking to no watcher at all. But
What's on your mind?
So I can't actually talk to him about the important stuff. Question.
If doubts and curiosity plague you, you're skidding your knuckles on the wrong door.
Want to tell me about Margaret? Oh, you know her, you must. She's a mini-head bitch. What did you feel on Margaret?
She's a goddess, as fickle as they come, and with all the failings you'd expect of an empress and a whore. Too many eyes, too many wants, too much to hold on to. That's the failing of a god. More aspects than words to describe her, like most of them. A god with many nations to oversee, only serves to spread herself too thin.
Although flame right across the trace, perhaps that's the only truth she embraces. Who knows? Gods get greedy. When it comes to fire, fire's the god's hunger. Water aspects. Water transforms, fire consumes, drives purify. Warfare, fire, consuming, purification, most of all, transforming. Tries as well. Both things are put to the test anyway. Try to consume, purify, transform. They're all linked together as its heart is the flame. The flame is what matters. It's the source of all things. Guess you should start with that, eh? Any full-round campfire knows that. More power flames fire with made little progress in the dark. There's on the inner fires tailed around the hearth and bellows, even the hearts of Ashford. You think that the fire brought life to man. That fire was Margaret. So in the old text says she rubbed her hands together and they burst into flame. Well, no god shouted to her like a poker. Different perspectives on her then? Mine is only one sight among many. But here's one. I speak to how the losing side sees her, and they should tell you enough. And you speak to what an Edrin sees. And what does an Edrin see? They don't have a proper polite translation for it. Accents in war, tactical, discipline. That's why they lost the fucking colony, of course. They were properly still crowing that while we had them bent over the decks. All the guns and cannons are fine, but useless when your staff is cracking light into those skulls. Dispensing red gifts left and right. And call that elevation, divine awareness. Those words are as welcome as shit on one's boots, and that's all they took back with them when they were running. Lesson learned at the wrong time almost felt like a pang of sympathy for them, almost. Lesson? Title of God isn't knowing a God. Adhering to words rather than walking the path, testing yourself in the heat of it. Walking until the words are stripped away and you feel it. Burn your heart, that is the lesson. That, and drawing politeness, that pre-adhered to the word scriptures they sought, that burned their ships, scarred them, kept them running through the tri-word campaign. Found wellness, there's no true faith waiting to be tested. The best in battle have always shit themselves plain. Shit themselves without trying and focus on the killing. Other questions?
I suspect the answers will seed more questions.
Tell me about Margaret. So does everything else.
Some. shaped for hunt and war. Abidan the Golem, Galawain and his beasts. The latter keeps us honest and awake. The other makes the tools by which we punish those who are not.
Abaddon, that's probably never heard. More guards, the wheat in the field. And those are only the ones of this lifetime. They come and go, but always here at the same time. And used to look human. Got killed in the very new body for himself. Transformation with Margaret's help. Fashion needed own blasphemy to tend the fires. So Abaddon served it. The weapon, a tool, not a god in my mind. Still the people try to work the seas and space your deal. Still be with the reward for hard-working craftsmanship with a body like his. Get my blood in my fucking hips. Okay then. Galawain? Monster fought with a great hound and for his monsters this world was quite a bit. Not just the ones with two legs. Definitely made monsters so easy to hunt then. To remind me of the place, he's busy making more, I suspect, more monsters and sense, variation upon variation. What do you mean? That's what's a confused bunch. Considering he respects reverses of fortune and spatial beast, perhaps not so confusing. Who's a wine Morgan and he showed bad in my eyes. Who he does believe it in the trial. Feel free all in God in many ways, howling and mealing perhaps like they do. You give that beast, they'll take fire weapons any day. Questions?
Before, when you asked about allies, well now, ally, enemy, that's a skin's edge of difference in history's eye. But there were enemies. Were.
Nathan, but we sorted that out. The Highlander and her queen's crown of feathers and birds. But she claims to see the world from her perch. I hope she saw what I have to Edfus, and if she dares to walk upon Earth where such fire runs. Chambers there are things of windows and twittering music. If a bird falls, and that is a victory. Seeing another set of darting eyes when that third bitch dies, a pleasure to me. Bear her alive her age. She unclothed her off her shoulder to Thurston since his death. It's a mutilation. She's nuts for me. Okay then. Other questions?
I suspect the answers will seed more
Tell
questions.
me about you. Well, you don't dress like a priest, and your robes look as if they're touched by fire. This is very swallowed God for us. Keep silent, keep them to yourself, lest you tire yourself before the next campfire. And he got tired of talking. Okay.
How may I help?
How about you? Thanks. Thanks, game.
Well?
Yes?
Remember the rule.
Quietly now.
Stealth.
Quietly now.
That's a lot of wood beetles.
What is it?
No.
That's it!
I was like, that would be going to attack Durans. I don't like that. So now we just have beetle shells.
As you wish.
So we're going to explore the first level hill.
I'm here.
Before we head back up to the thing.
Quietly now.
Because we might as well be thorough.
I suppose it can't be helped.
Because, yeah, there's 15 levels.
Hope that helps.
And they are pretty decently sized floors. Well, it's either 15 or 20. I think it's 15. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's stone. Oh, jeez. Okay, I'm not sure how I feel. There's quite a few things, though. Okay. How about over here?
Well?
Oh. Yeah, just cross the frickin' thing and just. Yeah, okay.
Well?
Oh god, you're in front. Why are you behind? Oh Jesus. Durance, I need you to both do that. Oh, because we'll enter your back there. Why are you back there? Oh, this
How
is
may I
bad.
help?
You guys should not be in front.
Well?
Oh, we should run that. Get in.
Kill them all!
Jesus.
Hold your ground!
What is it?
Ugh. Okay then. I mean, Zara. They're already dead. Freaking cobalt things. Dragonkin things. Whatever. Heavy iron key. I'm not sure if that would have gone to that door up there.
I'm here. Not a sound.
The hell is that? Sharing wall of energy currents across
I'd be glad to.
Crouch forward movement and unnatural force. So basically, whatever's through though, which could be a way down to, like, say, the net stuff, you can't pass. You're not allowed to pass. Arrive the Untamed World. Worlds are right, so that should probably go to you. But no, your prayers. There's a right. Survivor for that. Ugh. Wait, no, you have rights. Ah, right, those stupid things. Yeah, okay, now I know what those are. Oh, is that flow? That flow goes to them.
Yes.
Okay, you.
I'm here.
Back to looking for shit. Cumbersome birds are bound to the rest of the outcrop by thick spider webs. Ring opposing. Plus 10% ability area of effect. Well, that should go to you. Because you're a mage. You have
I'm here.
the pet magic. If I decide to use it, which I mostly don't want to use, would have to be decent for our cipher too, technically.
What is it?
Yeah. Oh, a crappy sword. Hi, crappy sword.
Well?
Anyway, hi. Let's just get through here and start every. Okay, you. You guys need to actually start.
I'm here.
I'm here.
Yes.
Trying to use those things, but well off. Right, the stone beaters. Oh, stone beaters. Yeah, what can you do for me? Nothing really. How about we? That doesn't help. Mind wave.
That's it!
I'm here.
Beetle shell.
Of course.
That's like a thing I can loot. Oh, mushroom. Okay. I should probably be sneaking.
Shh.
I meant to only have him sneak, but oh well.
Most inconvenient.
I'm sorry. You know what? This calls for. This calls for magics. Oof, that damage. So by that definition, though, Spider Queen. Yeah, I figured as much.
What is it?
So what did the Spider Queen has? The Spider Queen had a unique stiletto, one-handed. Damage restored its endurance. Nice. That could go for you. That's a bit. Cause hey, you got new stiletto. Not that you really use yours, but still.
What is it?
Let's see, one of those. Boop.
Well?
Yes, this here is the way out? Question mark? Cause hey, look, there's the hand and a way out. This looks like a door, doesn't it? Doorway, anyway. Loaded and coated in a dull patina that we call a pillar of. Try to read that. Oh, right, you. Far smaller than its wider cutters in this pocket-sized spider has surprisingly little eyes. It stares around you to look up at you whenever you approach. You get in the box, and you stay there. I know you're a pet, but no. Fuck that. Like, hey, I could be your best friend. No. Go away, spider.
You're not.
Oof, he's getting way.
As you
too low in
wish.
health, isn't he? Hey, we took out technically a boss. Looters? Looters, you say?
I'm here.
What is it?
Pet. Oh, jeez. You should not be. So can you speak with the rest of us? More spells.
Indeed.
I know I don't really like having you on the front lines, but what if you do that for me? And then of course, magic missiles. Thankfully, Ghost Blades just hit the enemy, so. Ghost Blades.
It's no use!
Yeah, okay. So they had stuff. Hats.
As you wish.
You think they'd have like weapons and stuff? Ooh, an egg. Frog helms. They're just, you know, it's just a helm you could wear. Has no real purpose. Oh, that's it. Doesn't this look like it's a thing?
I'm here.
I was gonna say, doesn't this look like it's a thing?
Hey.
You know?
Yes?
Exactly.
Well?
I'm here.
So I think we're mostly done here. The problem though is I need to my people to go scout a bit more.
Well?
Potential mechanics and stuff. But yeah, I believe the exit's like down here or so. And you're not allowed to go down. Because that would be too simple if you're allowed to go down. Because, yeah, you could start going to work on the dungeon. You can't be allowed to go to the dungeon, you have to go talk to the statue thing first. And that's...
Certainly.
Not entirely sure. It's definitely a way there, isn't it? But that's probably for later stuff. Cause yeah, the Endless Path to Noir. By the way, the Endless Path to Noir. This here is basically where we're at, level 1. It goes, yeah, down. But yeah, you can take note of that hand. And we could also potentially go back. You know, maybe we should do that. That would potentially unlock.
What is
the
it?
thing, wouldn't it?
Margaren's fire casts light in dark places.
So let's go out the right way. Well, the other way. Because we could potentially unlock his and that's it. Yeah, but take note of the giant ardor hand with glyphs and shit on it. I'm sure it's not important. I'm sure it's just a thing. Nothing to worry about, you know. Because we can't even question it. So yeah, now he has this, which we can...
Bit to slick your breeches, scholar lad. That's enough from you.
Aelif wants to talk to you. Edward wants to talk to you.
That old watcher. I don't know what I expected, but
Well,
it sure wasn't that.
You said you had some things you wanted to ask.
Nah, it's kind of embarrassing now. I just got a dumb idea in my head is all. Don't know why I thought it'd work. It's funny. That's probably the first thing I got my hopes up for in, I don't know, years. At least I got that out of it.
Well, there's no need to make that, so I won't judge.
All right. Guess fair is fair, and you did bring me to see him. Those rumors back in Gilded Vale about my brother, Woden, about how he turned against us and fought for Widewind, been on my mind for some time now. The thing about Woden was, he always knew what was right, and that's what he'd do. One day he set out to fight for Deerwood against a man claiming to be our god. So I knew that's what I had to do too. It was right. Hearing claims that he died fighting for Rayed Saris, that got me worried. Not that he'd chosen the wrong side, but that I had. Didn't seem right what Widewind had in store, but if he really was Aethys, I thought, maybe this old Watcher would know how my brother died, so I could see if it was true. Like he could, I don't know, read it in my soul or something. Use our connection.
You're right, you should.
Told you it was dumb.
Yeah, why didn't you ask me for help? Guess because I didn't know you. It's hard to trust a stranger that says he's a watcher.
Of course, I knew the truth deep down. The Watcher's not psychic. I think I just had this idea, and the idea made me feel a certain way, and I didn't want to lose that.
If I want to find out my brother, shouldn't be showing up watchers that restore his records. It took 15 years to figure that out. So why didn't you? If there was anything written down about it, they haven't defined Bay. I got an archive at the palace.
You've done a lot for me already, but if you could see fit to pay that archive a visit with me, well, you know. Knowing my luck, the records clerk will go crazy and try to kill me. I'd feel better with you in there with me.
Sure. Because there's my bro. Hey, love, what you got going on? Seems lost his life flinches when you draw no second sharp breath through his teeth.
What can I do for you?
You can start by explaining what's going on.
I wish I could. But as to walking memories and the old man who can no longer distinguish them from reality, I fear I'm at a loss. And if Mayorwald is to be believed, it would seem you've an uncertain future ahead.
Well, as I was mine, don't play stuck in the rambles over lunacy.
Perhaps Defiance Bay holds the answers we need.
I want to discuss something out. Oh, apparently we just knowing what's going on with it.
What is it?
Apparently. You know, we should probably be questioning him more on that, but no, we're just going to ignore that. So, it's time to go talk to the statue. Time to actually get started on what's going to conceal all my gold and everything else.
I felt Mayorwald's passing. You slew him.
Yeah, self-broke him.
It saddens me to hear it. But part of me is grateful to no longer have to wait and worry in darkness. This place has always known its master, long as it's had one. It has a will all its own, which has little to do with the castle and much to do with the land it's built on.
Well, it's built over...
It looks to you as Mayorwald's successor now, whether you care for it or not. A dubious honor, inheriting a fortress both broken and cursed. But in the right hands, it could be so much more. If you had only seen it in its day. Will you stay?
Since it was basically like, say, Baldur's Gate 2's, we're gonna give you a stronghold. Of course, every single class gets the same stronghold in this. But it's also a lot more involved than Baldur's Gate 2. Baldur's Gate 2 is basically, here's a stronghold. Now you wait several weeks for things to actually happen. Okay. Then you wait several more weeks for something else to happen. Which was, you know, time consuming. Like you could finish the entire game practically by the time, you know. Anyway. He said I must go to the city to find the search of the Queen. I see. So to find space you seek, I'm sorry to tell you, you've come a long way for nothing. These should have collapsed decades ago, and I never got around to rebuilding it. The road here was a dead end. These guys were gathering materials before his mind became preoccupied. I could make arrangements to have repaired, if it is your will. It seems to be the previous master's will I became powerless to do anything about it, for I am but the master's instrument. It would take time, but far less than find another route to Defiance Bay. Isn't there technically the gate? Maybe that gate's closed. Well, how do I repair that thing? Set aside materials for them, and they are still available to you. In the future, if you wish to make further repairs to the keep, we will need coin for supplies and labor. So what does this being the master card entail? Why, there are many responsibilities involved in maintaining a keep, extent to which you wish to get involved is entirely up to you, of course. Part of the reason I'm here is to ensure that things run smoothly in your absence, provided we have been given instruction. Instruct me on which repairs you wish to conduct, I will make the necessary arrangements. There will take some time to finish, but each will provide you with additional resources once they're complete. Given somewhere to place them, we can hire tradesmen to provide you with supplies or ingredients. Repairing the keep will raise your prestige and draw both helpful individuals and unwelcome attention from bandits and opportunists. If we can raise the keep's security in turn, they will become less of a concern. So yeah, the keep can be attacked at times if you don't have good enough security. And even if you do have good enough security, it still might get attacked at times. You should know, however, that the position does come with some risk. Your name will grow in fame, and you must continue with search of the keep, and then there are other things. So what do you mean when the state of the keep is cursed? Parents' curse was his own, or Watcher's curse, but his predecessors have not felt better. There's a presence within the keep, or rather far beneath it. At least such has been the conclusion drawn by any who have come to this place, for what spirits still linger in the endless past. I'll speak of a master below. After several years failed from time of her Edgar and the colonists onwards, beast rise and then look back until the new lord relays no more. One who dwells below this master does not tolerate rivals, it seems. I have seen from time to time interpret lords descend to lay claim to what answers they can, but none return. This is a fortune trip, quite no barren ruin around me, my hopes. So what are the endless paths? This path are unearned. That's the name given to the labyrinth beneath the keep. We were warned by the Glen Reference that the site was cursed, and that is a legend attached to it, though at the time we thought nothing of it. The ruins were built, as said, by a powerful Ingrifian named Adnor, who ruled there until his people turned against him. They destroyed his endless paths and remained the upper tunnels and were soil and stone. No one living knows how far down the tunnel stretch, and those who have ventured there have returned. As much talk of riches and treasure that the promise of Griffin and Rails alone. Tried many fortune seekers to their deaths, I feel. Who is the master below? I cannot say with any certainty. I believe it must be tied to the man said to have been the architect in this path, then Griffin turned on north, some claim his spirit endures. Or at least he has laid a curse upon the site. Imagine the remaining remains of his work, for the ruins have been here 1,000 years or more, but what it left was impressive. The earth certainly thought so. You may have seen well below the hands of the great statue Adnor constructed. Perhaps a statue of Adnor himself. But am I not the master of it? Of course you are. The keeper would have no over within this path, so a different thing entirely. It is unfortunate, really, that they're so closely intertwined. The master below is not dealt with, there will always be a threat to the keep from within. I know it's much to take in, but if you would remain, if you would be the lord of this place, then I advise you to seek out this foe before it destroys you. Yeah, that's going to take me a while. I guess it's time to find this queen in the city of Defiance. You must know this. The queen you're looking for in Defiance Bay has no queen. Merwins have reigned here since the war. The only queen with any power, though, is Wodika. Though they erected exquisite temple and honor, though. But nowhere to see it. When you go there, we can get started right away and repair the Barbican. You know, tell me what you wish to do, and I'll make the necessary arrangements. Careful ledger, as it happens, I took my liberty of updating it. You could take a look if you wish. Well, let's see what we can do. I'll get underway at once. No one knows that this is the first and least of a great many undertakings to keep support a great many buildings and so on for many years. If you wish, we can repair some outlying structures, and these will bring you weapon and recognition, drawing people to your swords. Repairing this fence will keep your grounds from becoming overrun. They did under Merwin's keeping. You did not choose all at once by pleasure to aid, so long as you were a master here, we should always be leaning. Do not step upon these grounds to speak with me. Whenever your travels may take you, you can make your will known to me, if you but reach out. Oh, but first, of course, the Barbican. Welcome to Stronghold. What do you want to do? Upgrades to Stronghold cost money and take time. Each upgrade can add security prestige to the Stronghold or add additional functionality like resting bonuses, free crafting ingredients, or new stores. So, there's nothing new to report. There's no current actions. Events occur at the Stronghold as time elapses. The higher your Stronghold's prestige, the more positive events tend to be. However, high security is also important as it can prevent theft and kidnappings. Adventurers are opportunities for your companions, and adventurers turn experience while they aren't in the party. So yeah, adventurers, by the way. It's basically what you do with your other party members that, you know, you took with you, but we don't have any, so yeah, that's going to be a bit awkward. What's the hirelings? I have to finish Stronghold from dispense a cloud damage in that. In the unfortunate event of attack, they cost money to maintain, but the cost usually offsets the potential for damage. Hirelings also contribute to the security and prestige of the Stronghold, sometimes negatively. Also, party management. Because you could leave some of your parties, you know, for adventuring. Anyway. So, welcome to what we need to do here. There are 2,000 some money. There's the thing. First thing we have to do is we have to upgrade. We have to purchase this. Okay, That's just instantly complete though, which is easy enough. So now we need to actually purchase some things. We need to be able to purchase that, which would add security. We need the main keep. Main keep's required for a lot of things. Like the library, the lore bonus upon resting, barracks, allows you to hire employed defendlings. I mean hirelings to defend. Dungeons, will allow you to take prisoners. Merchant stalls will allow you for merchants to turn goods in a great hall. Craft hall, dexterity bonus as well as providing you with weapons and armor merchant. Allows you to purchase the parts of exotic creatures, which is actually useful. Novel concepts. So basically, yeah, all these bonuses. Mechanics bonus. Random creature part every turn in the. We need those creature parts for my crafting. Training grounds. Random plant. Some other hedge maze goes to security. Stealth upon resting. I can purchase the Wardens Lodge. We'll grant a bonus to survivor skill to provide access to the Warden who. It's high level for bounties. Oh yeah, high level for bounties. I forgot about that. I don't remember there being that many bounties though, sadly. Upgrade this required both for Constitution and Athletics bonus while resting at that. So as much as I would like to have like that, I think we can only really do not many things at once. Let's first buy the main keep. Oh, I can purchase multiple things at once. Okay, well I'm going to purchase the main keep and I'm going to purchase the Warden's Lodge. Nope, I can only purchase one at a time. So, 3 days to upgrade that. So, with 3 days though, you could wander around and you know, stuff, or you could just wait it out. Anyway, levels. Mechanics. And mechanics. Athletics. I'll raise it by 1. Next. No class updates by a talent point. So what we have here. So we could have intense flames. Augments the power of the paladin's flames to devotion, increasing its damage. Damage is burn. Greater layer on your own hands, more heal. Fires is the cozy powers. Mindful allows that so damage reduction for freeze. Whatever. More damage spreads burn, sure, why not? For the endless paths, yeah, sure, I'll get around to that at some point. So I don't really get any benefits from resting here, which is unfortunate. You more mechanics. And more survival. New ability, what do you want? Yeah, provide thrust, sure, why not? Talents though. So do we want Biting Whip? Bonus to damage. Yeah, then Biting Whip. Okay, lovely.
Well?
Send out then. I want us to go out and explore and do stuff. We need to rest. Camping's not allowed in this area. Camping's only really resting's only really allowed inside that place, which we don't have active yet, but we need to rest. Like badly. Anyway, damage reduction. Damage reduction +1. Especially if we don't have damage reduction +2. We could have accuracy against things, but whatever. Having the damage reduction is probably the best, but having better damage reduction would be better, but we don't have that to just do that, so let's just rest. Yay, we rested. You watch a sensation of being shaken, and you open your eyes to see Edgar standing over you, his hand crossing your shoulder. He looks concerned. Your eyes are heavier and your vision blurred. You think uneasiness to remember unremembered nightmare clouding your thoughts. You're not sure you slept all the previous night.
Hey! Hey! You're awake? Good. You were kind of thrashing around, eyes rolled back in your head. You were shaking. Trying to snap you out of it for a long time now. Thought I was gonna have to get a bucket of cold water. You don't seem like you get much rest at night. You got those dark circles under your eyes.
Okay. And these are dreams and whispers.
It's the Watcher thing, then. I'm sure it just takes some time to adjust is all. I'll try to let it sort itself out. But you'd better wake up faster next time. Trust me, you don't want that bucket of cold water.
Fair enough. So anyway, we still have our benefits from the laborer's resting bonus, because it said for 2 rest.
Well?
So we have both that and our damage reduction, which helps until we get our ass kicked again.
As you wish.
They're kind of just going to stay out there. This thing might be in there. I'm not sure if I can get his thing from now and then bring it to him. What's what happens if I go talk to him and tell him that Madwin's dead? But yeah, it's okay, Nora. We can just press this button here, and there's nothing new to report. Yes. Later on, we could just basically, you know, just be with this. We want more security than we want prestige. Usually. Keep bandits from trying to raid it. Bandits are still going to try to raid it, but having more security helps. Having a barrage of hirelings helps. Alright, Con, you still out here?
It is. I hoped to find the master of this place, a man by the name of Merwald, but I was told
dead.
I am too late.
What do you want with him?
I would as glad.
Ah, pity party. They're hoping you give me some information. I came here in search of the great treasure you see. Not goes over that ton of Tara. You might call it the birth of virtues. That.
A year I've journeyed in search of the rest, and I uncovered evidence that leads me to believe the original lies just there, beneath the keep.
No, I can't help you.
Oh,
If it's down there, I might bring it up to you, but otherwise, yeah, it's just gonna remain down now. I have no idea which level that is even on, because I don't think I've really worked with him. Normally, I usually have a full party of random custom-made characters at times, but yeah. So, travel to him there, but Alof still hasn't even given me a quest. Endless Paths is, yeah, it's something we could deal with later. So now the game wants me to head to Defiance Bay, which I'm not sure I really want to go to Defiance Bay yet. Because Defiance Bay is, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Probably am going to that bridge in the first place, though. Probably. Well, maybe that bridge is locked and you'd have to go to the upper bridge around it. I don't know. Game, what do you have to say from this stretch? Yeah, I think you'd have to go literally to this way and then to that bridge. Which basically means I want to go to this bridge right now. Why? I don't know. That's why. Investigations. Well, I'm going in the bed. Hi. I was prepared for an upgraded Zara on my way. Anyway, before we explore the bridge and all that, I believe we're going to leave Orville. And we do exploring the bridge and working our way into town next time. Not sure exactly how many barriers the town's going to take, but yeah. Promise for future me. Let's go over our equipment. So I have to find this stuff, which isn't bad. Piercing damage doesn't work on elementals apparently though, which is unfortunate. He has his larger door and a fine warhammer. And arquebuses. He has all this other stuff, which is not bad. Brow has that thing and fine pistols. He has a fine wand and his stick. And most of Pavono's stuff. And then all that stuff. Yeah. You could use better stuff, to be honest. Because you have a scepter. Meh, that's not really doing much for you. You has that blunderbuss that I couldn't make another one out of, which is unfortunate, but it has charm. Yeah, I can't really make, you know, exceptional because it's costly. I could technically make something fine if I really want to use my resources, which I don't really want to use my resources. Oh, shocking. Shocking's fun. Problem though with dual wielding is, yeah, that's double the stuff to enchant. I have this fine warhammer. I could always add shocking to it. Or burning. Burning might actually be easier because look at that. We have the resources for that compared to shocking. So we can always replace this later on. It's fine. I mean, it's fine. We could always make it better later on if need be. So you know what? Why not? This fine warhammer's now burning. And we could always add, well, wait, actually throw 5 first. For example, my sword. It's fine, but we can add burning. Since it's two-handed though, it costs a bit more. And yeah, it costs a bit more. Like honestly, I could turn his scepter into, well, fine's a bit more expensive. It could take a bit of effort, but we could technically add, you know, burning to each pistol. But anyway, I think having double burn is fine. And does it actually show up? Yes, it does. Lovely. The problem though is now I need to save again. Anyway. So next time, we will go investigate the city. I'll be, well, hell no, probably next time it's just going to be working our way to the city. Because this area, the woodlands, Nets Bridge. Yeah. Been there in the city itself, Baldur's Gate all over again, with exploring each district, each house, all that, looting places. And that'll be fun. But that's a problem for future me. Current me's done for now. Hope you all enjoyed, thank you all, and have a nice day.